Hey, my Taurus friends, this is Aya of the Dawn. I'm going to scoot this back a little bit. And we're going to do our November tarot readings. We're going to do it a little bit different. I'm going to give you a short reading on YouTube and then give you the extension on Patreon where you'll be able to donate $1 or more or actually join me monthly. And you'll see on my Patreon account the benefits of joining the temple, which is what I call it on Patreon. You can become a temple visitor, a temple member, or a temple student. Now, I am still building this learning and listening to spirit, I'm always learning. And my mission in life is to give back whatever downloads I get. Spirit world tells me all the time that what I learned, or not necessarily what I learned, but the wisdom that comes to me doesn't belong to me. It's not for me. So yeah, this is why we're going on Patreon and we're giving this a go. My spirit told me to do this months ago. So I don't apologize to anyone who feels offended for me charging. I actually feel a lot more lighter about doing my readings because when I'm doing it this way, because I'm doing what spirit asked me to do. Just not listening to spirit drains my energy. I don't know about you, but when I don't do what spirit asks me to do, my energy gets drained. I can't do anything without spirit. So let's go. All right, we have Taurus, November 2018. What's the message, Taurus? Earth sign. Stubbornness. Very artistic. Very comforting to be around. Because you guys know where to find the comfort food. Just the comfort in general. Very sexy. Very nerdy. Hardworking. Taurus. We're going to focus on the Sri Yantra. Tap into your highest prosperity, healing, wisdom, understanding. What's going to help you level up. Now, Taurus doesn't necessarily need to level up in order to be happy. You guys don't like change too much. So the thing that just came to me is about you getting unstuck. Unstuck. It's like the impression I got, it's like you need some oil and like you need to like get your muscles or your joints moving. Maybe get more into your body. So we're going to start off, I have all these decks down here. We're going to start off with categories from the Higher Love Soul Link Oracle cards. Alright, Taurus. 3 categories for Taurus. 3 categories for the month of November. 3 categories for the month of November for Taurus. 3 categories for the month of November. Okay, Taurus. The first 2 that pops out is solitude, and meditation. The next one is patience and progress. Seems like you're going to have a peaceful, restful November. No? Let's see. Last card for Taurus. November. Family support. You know, Taurus love to have family around. That's one of you guys' struggles in your life. Is family. You can't live with them, can't live without them type of thing. So solitude and meditation, patience and progress, family support. And I'm getting energy from that, but the words aren't coming to me just yet. It's probably because I'll spend a lot of time typing up this person's astrology report, and that's where my frontal lobe is located. Let's get into it. Taurus. It looks like you're taking a breather, like a step back. You're deciding that you're going to be patient and that you're going to handle things in a different way than you normally do. You want to mature. Meaning that there have been some people trying it. You know, like, there have been situations that have gotten under your skin. And maybe you're realizing that that's just fucking a part of life. And you have to be the one to choose how you respond, and you're starting to take responsibility for that. So let's see what the cards have to say about that. Okay. How are you guys doing? Tell me how you been. I want to know. Tell me in the comments. Alright, so the first category we're going to pull for is solitude and meditation. For Taurus, solitude. Temperance. The temperance card reversed. So I feel like you got this category because you haven't been taking it easy, or maybe you've been pushing yourself too hard. Drinking, I just heard drinking a little bit too much. Not the right mixture of things. Not enough sleep. Not enough temperance. You know, in life, you have to have the right potions. You have to find your vibe, your zone, if you want to be healthy. Just like plants need the right food source, the right amount of sunlight, the right amount of darkness, or even the right type of plants around it. Some plants, if you put certain plants around it, it'll start taking on the attributes of that plant, or it might die, or the other plant might choke it out. It's like life is very subtle, yet very, what do you call it? Like, it reminds me of like that rubber guy that you can pull apart his arms. I don't know the word for that. I want to say chewy. I don't know. Life is just very sensitive and physical and strong, and it's just like it's very delicate. And something has messed up your delicate balance. And we're going to find out what that is. But let's go to the next category. Patience and progress. Patience and progress. The Three of Wands. I could speak, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, that explains it. That explains it. It's like what you want, you can see it, and you want it really bad. But you're looking at where you're at right now, and you may feel like pushing it, rushing it, forcing it, instead of there's lots of different ways to manifest things. There's trial and error. You know, there's just kind of putting your the pedal to the metal. This is what I see with this temperance reverse. There's you know, group effort, delegation. But I feel like the universe is trying to get you to cultivate something within you. And then there's like the alchemical process from within, which is me personally. That's what I tend to do. I tend to match the energy of what I want from within, which means that anything that's unlike that energy or opposing to that energy gets transmuted within me. And I feel like that's what the universe is trying to get you to do. But let's look at the family support. Family support. Alright, so this is a card I have often seen for Taurus, the Magician reverse. The Magician reverse is like false starts, having to sell something before it's ready, having to pretend confidence. It's like your attitude is, I'm going to fake it until I make it. But then if you do that, you have a chance of people losing confidence in you if they see that if you really can't live up to the hype that you are proposing to others, you know. And then the Six of Pentacles reverse is kind of complicated. The Six of Pentacles, I just got it for Scorpio, which is your opposite sign, your opposing sign, but it was upright. Okay, this feels like immaturity. I'm just going to say it. It feels like immaturity. Like you're not willing to do what it takes and take responsibility to help yourself. It's like you want a lot, but you're not willing to take care of yourself. Like through solitude and meditation, you are running yourself into the ground by not taking care of yourself. You wouldn't be able to confidently say you have all the tools you need in order to confidently manifest the things that you want if you're not taking care of your body, your health, your mind, your soul, your spirit, your relationship. The solitude and meditation is like your relationship with God. Are you praying? Just simply praying every day. You know, sometimes I don't feel very confident in myself, just like this Magician reverse. Sometimes I don't feel very confident in myself. And honestly, those are times that you won't see me posting stuff on social media that much because I'm trying to get it together. Like I have been going through these bouts of transformation and different types of initiations where I'm learning to trust. And I'm learning to always stay down with what originally got me to this place, which is my relationship with spirit. To me, it seems like you're trying to go at it, be bold alone, or you have something to prove, something to force, something, you know, it's like you want the image. And it's not that you don't want to do the work, but we're going to find out what these hindrances is, maybe your blind spots. And this Six of Pentacles reverse is like, almost like an energetic vampire energy. You know, instead of it's like the rich and the poor relationship, like how it is in America, is like it's supposed to work together. It's supposed to there's supposed to be a flow. There's no flow. There's people protesting. There's people feeling disenfranchised, like, hey, give me my money back. This isn't what you told me it was. You know, and then this is the person not having the money to give back because they spent it. And maybe this family support is like, maybe people that have been close to you have supported you for a while. And now they're like, I can't help you anymore. You're going to have to figure this out. Now, I don't know if that's all the way true. I need to pull catalyst cards, clarity cards. But if you want to continue watching this video, join me on patreon.com/ajaaya of the Dime. Like I said before, you can just pay $1 or more of a donation, or you can join me monthly on Patreon for your extended readings and other things. Peace. Okay, great. It's just us. It's just us here again. Continuing on with our sacred experiences together. Oh, Taurus. You know what I can say just from this short reading or piece of reading that we started. I'm not surprised. You guys tend to have a really hard path to understanding how your energy works and how it doesn't work. You tend not to like how slow you move unless you're like fucking. Unless you're in bed. You like yourselves as lovers. You really value yourself as lovers, but you may not value yourself as I don't want to say, you may not value the process that you have to take and go through in order to become whatever great vision you have for yourself. And it's because you're comparing yourself to others, and maybe even taking on the pressures from family members of what you should be. You tend to be, to me, like a gypsy. You can switch lives and change identities, and people don't see this in Taurus, but Tauruses are about that life. And you know, you guys turn something into nothing. You could sell me my dreads. You could take my dread out my hair and sell it back to me. Like, that's how you guys are. And that's part of the process as well. You know, as far as, and then you'll take these dreads, and in 5 years, 2 years, maybe even just 1 year later, I'll see you have a whole store, a whole hair store. But whether or not you can keep it up is depending upon the foundation that you lay. A lot of times with Taurus energy, your ventures might not be successful because of these issues I'm seeing here. The lack of really taking care of yourself throughout the whole process because you want it now. This is under patience and progress. The universe is saying, like, love, you're right. You can have whatever you want. You can do it. This is a venture capitalist card. This is someone that is looking over the landmass and seeing a vision of a community they want to build, or just something bigger, something more than them just standing there by themselves. It could be you wanting to build something for your family. for your community. You always have great heart and great mind, spirit, and we all have great intentions, but you got to learn how to work your energy. So let's look at some let's look at the Temperance card and see what's the catalyst for you not taking care of your precious chemistry inside. We're going to smudge a little bit more. I be in my office lighting up all these herbs, incense, and I mean the hallway smells like my office, but nobody complains. Everybody, and when people accidentally walk into my office, they're like, oh my gosh, it's so relaxing in here. So, but still, I just be laughing because, man, I gotta do what I gotta do. So let's look at the Temperance reverse for Taurus under the solitude and meditation. What is the catalyst for this Temperance reversed? Ooh, the spirit world is telling me to pull release instead of the Osho Zen. Okay. Temperance card reversed for Taurus, solitude and meditation. Solitude and meditation, Temperance reversed. And the Temperance card is a very sweet card to me. It's very like gentleness, like mothering yourself, fathering yourself, you know, instead of scaring yourself, you know, if you do feel scared, soothe yourself. It's about like self-soothing, giving yourself spiritual baths, which I sell on my website, by the way, like spiritual bath herbal teas. And I'm going to start making them for each sign in like planetary combinations that can be problematic, because I find that they help me get through rough patches. The herbal lore, the Temperance reverse, solitude and meditation. Okay, we're almost ready to start pulling. Oh. Okay, now off the back, I don't understand. That's the first thing I thought. I'm like, I don't understand. So we got the Nine of Cups, and in the Vision Quest tarot deck, this card is about joy, and in the traditional tarot deck, it's the wish making card. Oh, okay. So in order to turn this Temperance card upright, this needs to be your attitude and even what you're doing with your time when you have some solitude and meditation, like we were just talking about, like spiritual baths, herbal baths, pampering yourself. And Taurus, this is all you. This is what you do. Why do we tend to stay away from ourselves and stay away from the things that brings us joy? You know, and we can tend to go into the more addictive, impulsive ways of coping with life. But spend time in nature, spend time in water, spend time pampering your body, getting a massage, but make this a part of your rituals. Find some way for you every day to get into a space to where you are comfortable and down and within your body, to where you feel nice, where you feel joy, like this comfort that we're talking about, that Taurus knows how to cultivate better than anyone else. It's within you. It's yours. You don't have to let anything or anyone take you out of that zone. But we'll get into it more. We'll see Like, why? Why would you pull away from that world when you know that's exactly what you need? That's what's going to be healthy, helpful. It's self-respecting for you. It's a matter of self-respect as well. And teaching yourself, well, teaching others how to treat you. Because I feel like if you lived like this, people would know not to treat you or pull you away from that, which would be really harsh for you. You know, you can be an angry bull, a possessive bull. That's what people like to do. Back you into a corner until you're raging, mad of people breaking your boundaries. But you can be a gentle bull grazing in the grass and just enjoying nature, your nature, and being at one with nature. But you have to put yourself in the way of this, or else people won't even know that about you. All right, patience and progress. The Three of Wands. Beautiful card and beautiful message of patience and progress for Taurus. You guys have a very dynamic, energetic makeup, you know. Okay, so this is a Six of Wands, and Six of Fire. It came out reversed, but in this deck there are no reversals because the insight of the card gives you a well-rounded view of the light and dark. So I'm going to say that what you've always longed for is success. But not only success, but acceptance in society. And since this card came out reverse, I'm going to say that you have been putting that above your joy. What really keeps you centered. Going after societal approval and accolades, and you may not even know that you're doing it, and you may not see that because it could be a blind spot, you know. It's going to not replenish your energy. Even if you are on top of the world and you are at the top of your game and you're the best in the world at what you do, you can only live off of feeling like a king in that way for so long before you crash or before someone gives you a bad review. If you are swayed and live and are fed by yes men, or by people liking you, not liking you, people liking what you do, and then the next day not liking what you do, you're always going to go up and down, which is going to leave you like the Temperance reversed, frayed and just searching, like always searching for God in the wrong places. Now, we don't know that we're searching for God, and when I say God, I mean that fulfillment that only God can give you, and within the cells of your being, when you know that you're in touch and you know that you're doing right by your soul, you know. And to me, it's like you're willing to sell out. You're willing to sell your soul a bit, so that you can have what you want, which is the world. You want it all. You want everything to line up and finally just like be okay. And you become impatient about it. You become it has become maybe a fruitless endeavor. The scriptures say, you know, by their fruit you shall know them. You will know who you're talking to by just look at their life, look at what they produce, which is the reason for this Magician reverse. It's like you're trying to show people that you have beautiful fruit, but you know on the inside that the fruit is rotting. The fruit is rotting for you. It's not sweet. It's bitter, or it's tasteless, or it's just not quite sweet enough. And let's look more into that. The Magician, and then I'm going to do them separate. I'm going to do the Magician by itself, and then I'm going to do the Six of Pentacles reversed by itself, because although they kind of go together, the Six of Pentacles always really is captivating to me, because it can mean so many things. Alright, the Magician reversed, family support, and then it's underneath family support. The Magician reversed. Whoop, whoop. 2 cards came out. So we have the Ace of Water reversed, which to me is like the Temperance card reversed, except for the Temperance card is like what you physically do to bring your alchemical synergies together, or what you don't do, or what you do too much of or too little of. And the Ace of Water is just one aspect of this alchemy that you need, which is your self-esteem, your emotional well-being, and also like your self-love, or the love that you have in your life, the things you like and want and desire in your life. And since this card is reversed, you're wanting. You're being left wanting for something. And the Eight of Pentacles is like, too much work makes Danny a dull kid. You want everything to be in order, but your emotions is out of whack. Your self-care is out of whack. Your fruit is dull. I have to write that down to make sure I remember it, because I want that to be the title of this video. Maybe. We'll see. Let me see. Okay, so we have this piece of dull fruit here. And put that on a post-it sticky. Okay. So it's like, it looks like you're like wondering why things aren't lining up for you, and you're willing to do the work, and you've done all this work, and it's like you're almost at some sort of endpoint for the process that you've been in, and you feel like you should be winning, but instead you feel like crap, and other people may be mirroring to you the dull fruit syndrome you have. And that can be like a self-fulfilling prophecy, when really all you need to do is, I'm not going to say all you need to do, because apparently this is something, if it was that easy, you would just do it. So let's look at the let me move these out the way. Let's look at the Six of Pentacles reverse. Let's see what comes out. For the Six of Pentacles. I know why Spirit wanted me to use these cards, because they're very earthy for you. Native American. Although my brother gets mad at me when I use these cards, because he says it's cultural appropriation. But on my dad's side of the family, I'm part Creek Indian, so I don't think it's cultural appropriation. I just don't. That's a debate we have, and it's a heated debate for him. But yeah, I can see why they wanted me to use these cards for you. Very earthy. They want you to get into your earthiness again. This is where you're going to get the energy you need in order to level up the way you want to, in the right way. You trust me, you don't want to manifest something it be like you feel like you really don't deserve it, or it's like you have to prop up the leg. You know, when you build something and it's faulty. I do this all the time because I suck at this. When you put a bookshelf together from like IKEA or Walmart or something, and then it's like not put together right, and you just end up putting a penny or a quarter or a book underneath the legs just so it won't fall over, and you're just hoping nobody tips it wrong, and then you just plop it up against the wall, and you put like a sheet over it. You call that bitch a day, and it's there for 8 years, and then when you move, you don't even take it with you, you throw it out. You don't want that. You don't want that for your life. Or you don't want to grow your fruit for your life and have to throw the whole fucking crop out because it's tasteless. It matters the synergy and the energy that you put into things while it's being made. Have you ever heard the saying that I'd rather eat a whole fattening chocolate cake for someone that has a great spirit and great energy than like something healthy from someone that's shady? It's true. Have you seen that movie like Water for Chocolate? Ooh, that would be perfect for you, Taurus. I'm gonna put that in the description. Let me write that down as well so I don't forget. I love that movie. I've been looking for it like on YouTube. Like Water for Chocolate. It's about kind of exactly what I was just saying. It's a great movie, very magical. All right, Six of Pentacles reversed. Six of Pentacles reversed. Life Force. I'm just going to go ahead and read that. What an amazing card. Now, this is card number 11. In the traditional tarot deck, that would be the Justice card, but that's not so in this deck, okay? And this is underneath the Six of Pentacles reversed, underneath family support. So we have the essence of this card, which is ecstasy, elation, passion, lust, eros, orgasmic creativity, the totality of feeling sense of omnipotence. If you allow yourself to be swept away by this wave of immense divine power, nothing will be impossible. The deepest message of this card goes beyond all conventional ideas about joy, vitality, even rapture. It represents the source of all these energies. This source is holy, for it suppresses the limits of every classification created by the human mind. It is the profound understanding of our immortality as spirit that causes us to become ecstatic. It is the profound understanding of our immortality as spirit that causes us to become ecstatic. It is our wild, irrepressible, powerful nature that grants us access to the state of ecstasy. If we develop the ability to recognize the narrow confines of social conditioning and consciously transcend them. Okay. So it seems to me, looking at, because I still didn't understand the Six of Pentacles reversed just looking at that one card. But it's such a powerful card that I move forward with it. And Six of Pentacles can have many different meanings. And like I was saying before, in this reading, I feel like people in your life are used to supporting you, like I was saying before. And this is a complete break from that. This Life Force card is a complete break from the conditioning that you have been in from childhood into now. Like, you're supposed to go into more of an elation of being connected to spirit, and using that energy and that power, not necessarily the power of persuading people or the power of your gift of gab or being a salesperson. This is what I was getting at the beginning, that you are to create from another place now. You are to be free from the confines and restrictiveness of being seen as a person who doesn't really have their own energy source. People are probably used to you kind of needing a handout. So even if you don't ask, even if you don't say anything, people are like, you need a ride? Because they know you need a ride. That type of thing. You need some help? Because they know you need some help. And you be like, bro, you know I need some help. You know. And that's draining you. And when something is draining us, it's because it's time for it to end. Which is exciting and also a little bit frightening, but mostly exciting. This is your glow up. Literally. Alright, so many are terrified, like you were just saying, of entering this state of ecstasy because what is generally valued most highly is lost. Mental control, at least in our society, control seems to be of greatest virtue. Very, very Saturn. Very, very the devil. Satanism. Seriously, like our society is very that. How can people that value being free and having pleasure so bad be so fucking controlling? It's mind-boggling to me and sad. Okay, so while ecstasy, joy, and a passionate appreciation of life and all its movements is ridiculed. Right, let's read that again because I broke it up by my commentary. At least in our society, control seems to be the greatest virtue, while ecstasy, joy, and a passionate appreciation of all and all its movements is ridiculed. Ecstasy, joy, ecstasy, passion, the Ace of Water, passion. The more control, the better seems to be the fearful motto of the mechanical man. However, comma, this card shows you a different way. By trusting your internal emotions toward ecstasy, you will gain surprising insights into all sorts of situations. You need surprising insights. We are going to help you make this happen, my child. This is what the universe is telling you. You need surprising insights. Spend time in this reading is a key if you use it that way. They're showing you the steps of how you can get to like your promised land. I see it clearly. Do you see it clearly? If you don't, leave a comment, okay? By trusting your internal emotions toward ecstasy, trusting your internal Ace of Water emotions toward ecstasy, not necessarily, maybe you need to take a break for a second from this this order, where maybe this card is talking about you valuing more your inner order than like outer order. Okay, we're making a trek towards ecstasy for you. By trusting your internal emotions toward ecstasy, you will gain surprising insights into all sorts of situations. And you like adventure. You will reach a higher perspective that remains unattainable in our ordinary, dull, sleepy state of mind. The arising of this primal force within you gives you a chance to virtually move mountains. move mountains now, making it much easier to overcome all sorts of mental and social, Six of Wands, inhibitions. Restlessly chattering thoughts subside. Your consciousness expands, and your being finally gets a chance to let its energy flow unabashedly. In an ecstatic, orgasmic, free-falling, and thus released state, you are closest to the great mystery, the awesomeness of simply being alive. My nigga, that is how you get it done. That is how you are to get it done. Now, I have a new title. I'll surprise you. Well, you'll see it. Yes. Okay. I don't feel like this reading is complete. I don't. I know. It's been 30 minutes. But I feel like we need more clarity, don't you? I need to burn some more incense as well. What questions do you have? Ask. Trust me, you'll affect the reading. You will affect the reading. Because time is not linear. The fact that I'm doing this reading, that I'm led to do this reading, the way I'm doing it, who I am, what I look like, my voice, the cards I have, it's all in alignment. So you being alive, being who you are, is affecting my reading. So ask. What do you want to know? What do you need clarity about? Okay. Kind of. Like, I can feel the heat on me. That's why I like doing that. Okay. Next deck. Be right back. I just thought of the Crystal Mandala Oracle. Very powerful oracle cards. Okay, let's see what comes out for you. Put this box over here. Put the guidebook right there. Okay. Alright. After I do the Osho. So let's see what comes up under the Nine of Water. Need some more clarity for the Temperance reverse and the Nine of Water, solitude and meditation. Actually, I don't need more clarity for that. That's pretty self-explanatory. And I will go. I was about to say, it's really about getting back in touch with your desire. And we have an interesting construct here with the Page of Minds and then the Queen of Emotions. And so you have this, like we were just talking about, you have this, like, because the word technology keeps coming to mind. You have this unique opportunity to tap into your genius and flow with your intuition at the same time. And that's what that is about. You getting into your nature girl, nature boy bag is going to help you tap into something that's so innovative and unique. It's going to knock your socks off. There's this oneness that we all long for. This synergy, like this in the zoneness. We all want it. We all want to feel like, you know, Michael Jordan. Like, how does it feel to just be in your zone and not miss? I feel like that's what you want. And this reading is telling you how to do that. Connecting to your, in order for you to tap into your inventiveness. Like the type of innovation that if you told people, they would be like jealous. Or wouldn't think that it could come from you. You're too young. You're too short. You're too tall. You're too fat. You can't do that. And it seems to be very artistic, romantic. It seems to have a lot of elements for you. It could be music. Something very soulful that uses the right and left brain. Okay, let's tap into this 6 of Fire, 3 of Wands, Patience and Progress for Taurus. I'm upset a little bit because I wanted to just read those cards, that whatever card coming out of here and be done. But then my spirit was like, do this, and then all of a sudden I started feeling drained because I let my desires get in the, like, me wanting to be done, get in the way of the reading. But I'll bring it back. Sorry. Okay. 3 of Wands, 6 of Fire, Patience and Progress, Taurus. And you know, I can say so much of that Page of Wands and, Page of Mind and Queen of Pentacles. I feel like it's like a mother and a child. It's like a mother of a genius, you know, guiding her child to, in a world that doesn't that doesn't appreciate him, in a cruel world that is going to be harsh, and she's telling you to, you know, baby, stay focused on your gifts. You're going to be great. It's like the mother is guiding you. The great mother goddess is guiding you, and it's like, you know what? Don't listen to those people. Don't pay attention to what anybody else is doing. You're the one with the high IQ. You know, you're the one with this idea. You're the one with this invention. It's not, we can get very sidetracked comparing ourselves to others and fighting with other people over you might be open with people about like what you want to manifest, and people will argue with you about your own manifestations, and then it'll put you in a defense mode where you're fighting to prove them wrong instead of being in touch with spirit. And I feel like that's a little bit of what's going on. And here we have another queen, the Queen of Rainbows, and the card is maturity. And it was reversed. So again, it's about nurturing your flowers, your fruit. And only doing that, focusing on that. You don't have to give away your fruit before it's completely finished kind of marinating in its juices. You can keep some things close to your chest. That's what I'm saying. It's like, keep your vision more close to your chest. It's not ready yet, and that's okay. Like, your vision is not ready yet. This is part of your storyline. A lot of us would like to have more control over the movie that we're projecting. Life isn't, no, they say you can create whatever you want. But are you in control of what you want? No, I'm going to answer that for you. You can look at your birth chart and you'll see that you're fearfully and wonderfully made already. You have potentials of energies. And it's because, you know, you're not the only bitch up in this hole. You know? So funny. If all of this, if we're all one, right? Then how can you be everything? Your birth chart, your astrology chart is focused probably on like 2 things. Different combinations of the same thing over and over again. That's what I see when I study people's astrology charts. I'm making this astrology chart, writing it out. Don't ask me. I'm starting to be able to sit still for long periods of time. That's the only thing I don't like about it. I love doing astrology charts, but usually I do them an audio recording if someone is requesting it. What I see is different combinations of the same thing over and over for her. 7th house, Pisces, Neptune and Venus together. Oh yeah, lots of combinations with Cancer and Aries. Oh, and Uranus and the 4th house, and just she's a fighter for feminine rights. And she has a lot of masculine energy, which people don't necessarily respond well to. She has those types of issues. Anyway. If she wanted to be somebody else, she couldn't. Or do something else. This reading is telling you basically your now, okay, fine. I'll admit that there is a way that you can break completely free and not follow your birth chart at all and do your own thing. I know, because I've done it. It's not, there's no absolutes, so I'm going to shut up. Okay, that's a totally different subject that's going on in my head. So we got the Queen of Rainbows reversed. We have issues of maturity in the realm of you and others. How people view you and what you feel like you have to give. What you feel entitled. What people's expectations are. And how you have been responding has left you depleted and wanting. And not really focusing on yourself and your health and your genius the right way. It's been leaving you scrambling for life. Looking out and hoping and wishing for something. Working really hard and not getting the results that you want. And just basically running on empty. So let's look at the Magician under family support. Okay. Just what I was talking about. So we have the King of Cups reversed, and then we have the Six of Pentacles reversed again. So it seems like there's like it's almost like you're going to people who say they can heal you, but they're not healers. They're not true. They're like false prophets. It's like you're trusting in, it's like you're searching, because you're searching from a place where you feel disconnected from spirit. You're running into characters who are also disconnected from spirit, who are also scrambling for, it's like you're running into yourself. And you need to take a step back and search within. Because first we got the Six of Pentacles with the Magician reverse. And then we get the Six of Pentacles with the King of Emotions reversed. Somebody give you bad advice. And it looks like you took it because it seemed like almost like a get-rich-quick scheme, or this is a get-rich-quick scheme, and this is a heal-quick scheme. And it's cutting you off even more. It's not doing you any justice for who you really are and what the universe has for you. So let's look at the Six of Pentacles reverse. Six of Pentacles reverse, Taurus. You see my eyes darting around because I'm like looking for my Zen, Osho Zen Tarot book. Alright, so the Six of Pentacles reverse produced the 4, which is the Rebel, the Emperor. And he's reversed. The Ace of Swords, the Ace of Minds, Consciousness. He's reversed as well. And he's reversed. And to me, what these three cards are getting across to you is building the wrong foundation by not being honest and really understanding your connection to spirit, not really like tapping in to your heart. It's like lying to yourself, like not keeping it real, because you want what you want isn't a bad thing, but how you've been going about it isn't great. And I need to read this Queen of Rainbows to you. 1 second. All right, let me find her. That's the Wands. Emotions. Could have kept the camera off and did this. Sorry. It's the ace. It's the ace of rainbows. That's why I'm wrong. I'm sorry. It's the ace of pentacles. That changes the reading. It means you not getting what you want out of the effort that you put in, or you coming up short, which is more of what we've been talking about. They put her at the very end. This figure stands alone, silent and yet alert. The inner being is filled with flowers that carry the quality of springtime and regenerate wherever he goes. This inner flowering and the wholeness that he feels affords the possibility of unlimited movement. He can move in any direction within and makes no difference, as his joy and maturity cannot be diminished by externals. He has come to a time of centeredness and expansiveness. The white glow around the figure is his protection and his light. All of life's experiences have brought him to this time of perfection. When you draw this card, know well this moment carries a gift for hard work well done. Your base is solid now, and success and good fortune are yours, for they are the outcome of what has already been experienced within. The distinction between the grasses and the blossoms is the same as between you not knowing that you are a Buddha and the moment you know that you are a Buddha. In fact, there is no way to be otherwise. Buddha is completely blossomed, fully opened. His lotuses, his petals have come to a completion. Certainly to be full of spring yourself is far more beautiful than the autumn dews falling in the lotus leaves. That is one of the most beautiful things to watch. When autumn dews fall on the lotus leaves and shine in the morning sun like real pearls. But of course it is a momentary experience. As the sun rises, the autumn dews start evaporating. This temporary beauty cannot be compared, certainly, with an eternal spring in your being. Look back as far as you can, and it has always been there. You look forward as much as you can, and you will be surprised. It is your very being. Wherever you are, it will be there, and the flowers will continue to shower on you. This is spiritual spring. This is what, the universal mother is trying to bestow upon you. This is what you need to be putting your effort into in November. Your eternal spring. So let's pull a card for the Crystal Mandala Oracle. Taurus. Ascended Masters. Ascended Master El Moria and Blue Star Sapphire is the crystal. Higher Will, and it's the Master's card 333. And I will hold this. Where will you be able to see it? I just turned off the crystal thingy. Will it stay? 333. What number is it? 20. Higher will. We bring you the blessings of higher will. There is a great plan of divine love unfolding throughout the universe, and the fulfillment of your divine destiny is included. Sometimes it may seem hard to trust in higher will, yet if you do, it can bring a feeling of great relief that you don't have to have all the answers or be in control, for everything to still work out beautifully in the world. For everything, you don't have to have all the answers or be in control for everything to still work out beautifully in your world. And we were kind of talking about that earlier, the control thing. Surrender empowers you to get on with life and trust that all is happening exactly as it should according to the greater intelligence and love. Sometimes, however, the mind wants to control the higher plan. It wants to decide when something should happen and how and with whom and in what way. It might convince itself that this personal opinion is actually the higher plan itself, and then feel betrayed, frightened, or confused when things don't go according to plan. The mind can be a greater ally on the spiritual path, but it needs to be given reassurance and regular compassionate reminders that although it is powerful, it is not privy to the workings of the entire universe. Nor does it need to be for you to be happy, free, and manifesting your divine destiny. This oracle comes to you now because the mysterious workings of higher will are at work in your life, and you will find peace and even awe as you relax your mind and choose to trust now. The divine is creative genius at play. We were talking about your creative genius, huh? It understands how to ensure all organisms evolve where not even the tiniest or apparently most insignificant creature is forgotten, so that all needs are met at the perfect time and in the perfect way. You are very much a part of that. Every wish, dream, desire, yearning, and vision you have is very much a part of that loving creative plan too. It is not possible for the human mind to grasp the workings of the divine mind and its microscopic attention to detail and microcosmic vastness, as above, so below, right? It is possible, though, for the human mind to understand that the divine mind knows what it's doing. That's all we can do. That's all we can freaking know. And that what it is doing is unconditionally loving for all of creation, including you. In your life at present, higher will is at work. Of course, it is always in operation. But there are times when that may seem hard to believe. You may know intellectually that the universe loves you and is helping you always, whilst emotionally you may feel insecure, uncertain, or challenged by what is happening in your life and wish it was other than it is. What is causing uncertainty in you will change in time. As you grow through it, you will naturally access increased understanding, acceptance, and even joyful appreciation of how incredibly creative and intelligent life is, and how amazing your spiritual journey is too. Higher will does not wish for you to suffer. It wishes for you to grow and remember who you truly are. Sometimes that growth brings suffering, for it can be difficult for the mind to let go of ideas and expectations and learn to believe that what is always a gift, even if we can't quite see how it is at the time. Sometimes higher will shall ask that you cultivate patience and progress. That you cultivate patience. There is no point to rush ahead on your path, ready to speak, shine, share, and teach when those you are destined to assist are not ready yet for you. Your voice would be lost in the darkness. There is no love in that for anyone involved. Patience for a time will allow for the love that can grow to be given a chance to do so in the best conditions for that to happen. You are allowed to not enjoy the moment You are allowed to not enjoy the moment you are in. Perhaps patience is not one of the virtues of your more enthusiastic, future-orientated personality. You may feel constrained and not enjoy that very much. This is absolutely fine. It might be more joyful if you could learn to love the building of the foundation as much as the successful completion of the task, to learn to see the constraint as a way that your soul can build some spiritual muscle of trust, endurance, and sacrifice of instant gratification for long-term success. But that is not essential. It's just a way you could love life a little more, engage with what is, and resist a little less. A little less. So it's saying enjoy the process. Although the mystery as to how higher will is working, its magic may always be somewhat impenetrable to the mind. There is a very easy way to know that higher will is telling you what higher will is telling you at any given time. It communicates with you every day, in every moment, through the simple truth of what is happening in your life. Are you riding a wave of success and opportunity in this moment? Or are you being patient and attending to a particular issue or circumstance? Are you seeing your vision materializing right before your eyes at the moment? Or are you building the foundations within yourself and perhaps also in your life for that vision to be born in a not too distant future? What is happening is higher will. What is happening is higher will at work. It is helping you in your own way as you fulfill your divine destiny. You are helping it in return, doing your part to manifest the great divine plan of love in the world. If you are feeling anxiety, doubt, impatience, or uncertainty, guilt, shame, or anger, or even excitement and joy at a plan that is coming together, this oracle brings you a reassuring message. You can do everything you can and then let go again and again. Trust the higher will is working for your best interest and will help you manifest your most soul-satisfying success at the perfect time and in the perfect way. My loves, that basically sums up what we've been talking about this whole time. And if you want to even have a picture of the sapphire, it's a blue star sapphire. And I don't know who the Ascendant Master El Moria is, but maybe it might help to have support and look that up too. Apparently this is really important because it kept showing up over and over again in different ways. I want you to take the advice. If it applies, if it doesn't, let it fly. I want you to be okay. You know, I want you to understand that, just like I say, you don't have to enjoy the whole process, but fuck it, you're here. Like, you might as well get to that place where you can find something you enjoy about your process. You can't rush it. You can't change. You can't run away from yourself, basically. And this is all yourself. We're all cells. Everything is cells, you know. We can't run away from ourselves. I'll talk to you guys soon. I hope you really enjoyed this reading. Please look around Patreon and see if you find a tier that's good for you. You can get personal readings from me. I don't mind. Make an appointment. Make your sacred appointment with me. And we can delve deeper into your personal storyline and see where we can just give you some assistance. Peace. I'll talk to you guys next month. And I plan on doing something special for maybe the first 4 months of the new year. Give you a karmic tarot spread that will be separate from this, separate from everything. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.